Hi, I'm Robbie and welcome to another edition of Sailing Iluka, where we take our 46-foot ketch from Adelaide all the way up to Darwin via the east coast. This episode's going to be a little bit different. We're down here in Hope Harbour in Gold Coast and we're going around to visit our friends at Boatworks because we're going to slip the boat. We've got quite a bit of work to do. You know that we did have an issue with our rudder that we need to make sure that's fine. We're also going to anti-foul the boat while we're here. We're also going to, because we're going up into the tropical waters, we're going to get out a whole survey done for our insurance company because we're beefing the insurance up. We've got some sea cocks that we need to replace. We've got all sorts of bits and pieces. What I want to do also is polish her. I want to, she hasn't had a polish for a while underneath, so that'll be my job for a week, hanging on to a polisher. It's going to be lots of fun. Not as much fun as what normally is going to all these destinations and meeting people, but anyway, someone's got to do. I'm all here on my own, but I've got some great trades that are going to help us out. So look, this one's more a bit of an educational sort of thing for people, and just to show you what it's really like when you get your boat out of the water and what you need to expect. So hopefully those people that are watching this will get something out of it. I hope you enjoy. Cheers. Okay, we're about to head off, so it's only a little journey from here around to Boatworks, but Mum's coming. My mum lives at Runaway Bay, so she's coming here with a good friend of hers. Steve, how are you, mate? Good. It's Gilligan's Island. I told it was just a 3-hour tour, just a Gilligan's Island trip. We'll see how we go. So yeah, but he's come to help us throw ropes, which is really appreciated. Anyway, we'll start to head off. She's had a quick tub now. Yeah, just reverse her back to where she's supposed to be. Had a look at the rudder. So yeah, from here on in, it's all go in the snow. Woohoo! Okay, so we've taken the steering block out and got all that fixed up, sanded that back, and yeah, now it's time to take it to the machine shop. So yeah, this is the top of the wadding, so that's all come out now. Time to go down and get that cleaned up and replace all the inner bearing with it. Okay, I'm making some pretty quick progress, right? So we've managed to get the rudder off, right, and rudder out. Let it sit on the ground, cleaned up the back blocks, they've come up pretty good. We're going to send them away to get them done. Not too much wear and tear on that end of the shaft or the top end. So it's all starting to look pretty good. There's the top one. Clean this one up now and get them all off to the engineering shop. Woohoo! Fun, fun, fun. And to think we've only been out of the water for 2 hours. Boys are into it. Okay, we're drawing to the end of the first day, but yeah, look, I just thought I've got a bit of a break, just want to have a bit of a chat to you. It's really important that you get yourself really organised before you get lifted, because otherwise time just starts ticking by and things aren't done, so you really want to try and get as much sort of sorted as what you can. I came over and I've got a company called 143 Marine, or boat builders looking after us, and these guys are really good. They're going to manage the engineering side of it. They also do anti-fouling, so they're going to do the anti-fouling for us as well. Yeah, we've got some seacocks to do, so they can basically handle the whole thing. The beauty of them doing it, they've got their contacts, their mates, you know, if we're on a weekend we need a favour, it can all happen, blah blah blah. I reckon it's really good value. There's a lot of other stuff but that you can do yourself, you know, and don't be frightened to have a crack at stuff yourself, but just realise, you know, you're on the clock when you're up here, and try and find a place like this. Like, you know, I can actually stay on board the boat here while I'm working, which is really good, because my bed's all up in the aft cabin there. It's all up because that's where the steering was. We pulled the steering out. The entire room in there is a complete and total mess, so there's no way I could be sleeping in there tonight, so that's handy. I'm right next door to where the laundry is and the toilets and showers and stuff. 143 is within 50 metres of the boat here, as with the valuers next door. But one of the things that I'm going to be doing, because, you know, we're going to be waiting on engineering and stuff like that, so I've rostered myself on to polish the bottom of it. You know, I reckon it'll take 4 days to do, but to get it done, it's $4,000, so I'm going to save $4,000 by doing it. So, like, you know, that's the thing, you just got to get in and have a bit of a crack. But anyway, look, been a long day. I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you in the morning. All right, cheers. Alright, well, morning everybody. It's day 2. So what did we achieve yesterday from when we lifted the boat? So we got the boat out, you know, it was landed on the deck here about 12:30. So the rudder's out, rudder's been sent off or the rudder stocks have been sent off to get machined. All the rudder's been cleaned up. We've pulled out the top mounting block out of the rudder, that's been sent away, get rebushed. We're going to be repacked that, so we're going to fix the clunk. There's been a slight leak in the rudder stock, which is you know, just about standard, I think, for 90% of the boats out there. Anyway, so that's been fixed, just a little slight drip, but yeah, no more water intrusion in there, so that'll get rid of another little smell and another little issue. And then I started to get the anti-foul off. So today we're going to try and work out another way to get some of this anti-foul off, 30 layers of it. And then I've also rigged up a tent because it's raining here this morning, and we're going to try and be able to, you know, keep on going with the polishing of the hull during the trays getting here. So yeah, big day, another day in the forest. Yeah, amazing how much stuff's going on here. There's stuff happening everywhere. It's only just gone a little bit after 7, and yeah, everybody's into it, so I better finish my coffee and get into it too. All right. Okay, well, I thought I'd just give you a little bit of an update as to exactly where we're at here. We've been up now for 5 days up in the air, and we got a fair bit done, but there's a lingering lockdown going on here in Surfers Paradis, which is a little bit of a worry. But anyway, I'll show you what we're sort of up to. We wanted to get the bottom painted on the bottom. It was in pretty bad condition and quite pitty, so we looked at trying to get it sandblasted, but the sandblasters couldn't fit us in for another week, so we didn't want to hold that up. So what we've done, we've got there and we've done as good a job as we can with it. We've sanded all the big dents back, filled it up with gelatin, and now we've just got the tradies in here just helping us sand it back, and then yeah, and we'll get it all good. But that's sort of the process that we're going to use on it, and yeah, from there that'll do us. We will get it soda blasted once we get back up into Darwin. But this is a bit of a patch-up job, but it will do us for, we'll get 6 months out of it, no problems at all, maybe even 12, who knows. But yeah, you couldn't put the anti-foul back on the way it was just a bit too pitted, so yeah, we'll leave it like that. We've also done a bit of polishing to the old girl. You see that lustrous shine? I'm showing you this end because this is the back of the boat, and this is where I started. It's not quite as shiny as at the front, I'll tell you now. I've got to get the Gilry prop serviced. This is the 2-speed prop, obviously, so I'm missing an anode out the end here. We'll get that done, and that's all ready to go. The rudder's come out. We're getting the bush on the rudder re-sleeve. That's away at the engineers at the moment. I've rebuilt the rudder box up inside here. I've done all that, and then I've also painted all underneath the back bunk and got all that finished. And this is the old side. This is the side I've got to do in the next 2 or 3 days. It actually took me 4 days to buff the main side on the boat to start with, but look, it does make a difference to it, or it does to me anyway. I reckon it looks sensational. So yeah, she's brought her up pretty good. Front of the boat was always the hardest because one, it peels back, but also that's where it cops all the salt water. So that's obviously the most damages as well. But she's coming along, and who knows, the way things are going, we could be stuck here in Surfers Paradis for quite some time. But the boys have got a tent up. You know, we'll from here we just play and see how we go. But yeah, all good fun and games. Okay, here we go. Today, rudder backing day. So we got the rudder back from engineering, but that's all been rebushed and re-shimmed with new bearings to go into the top. We've cleaned all the top plate of it up, so we're going to take that movement out. We're going to get rid of that little leak, and off we go. So here's the big bad boy sitting on the ground here. They're new shimmed up. That's all been bushed and machined up. This end's all been prepared. We've cleaned all this out now. We've just got a fan heater in here, just making sure all that's going to be dried up. Big guys up the front there doing the final little fix up there on the front genset water intake, which we've just replaced. So yeah, starting to make movement. Yippity yahoo! And the final job was just to service the amazing gory 2-speed prop. So a little bit of a trick to this. So yeah, go to Dr. Google if you're ever trying to get one of these things apart. But yeah, inside here there's 2 grub screws. There's 2 locking grub screws. You've got to take those out, take these little retainers out, then you can undo these, and then the blades come out. But yeah, it's full-on work of art. Look at that. And we've replaced those block rubbers now, those ones that fell out. So good to go. So you've got to know what you're going to use. Okay, day 10 on the hard, one more day to go. So we've really made some progress in the last couple of days, obviously. But yeah, it's starting to get pretty excited. You'll see the glorious glistening hull. Look, the amount of work that went into that, probably around 40 hours. But look, it's brought up really good. I'm very, very happy with it. So at the moment, what the boys have done, you know, we've got the boats actually netted, and we're just about ready to start spraying the anti-foul. We're going to do 2 layers of international. We're using Allcraft, and then yeah, off we go. So yeah, very, very happy that we're finally starting to get the girl back in the water. It will be time, you know, for her to happen, but she's definitely looking a lot better. It's more like a showboat than a good old cruiser, no doubt. But yeah, nah, very exciting.
I do, yeah, okay, you.
here we are in Brisbane Airport, picking up Mitchie. He's come over for his 18th, so it's been a little bit of a trauma to get him here, but anyway, we're all here dressed like bank robbers. So yeah, gate 47, in he comes. So quite looking forward to it. It's obviously his 18th. So yeah, one more night on the hard, and then he's here to give us a hand to get in the boat tomorrow, and then we can have some time off. Excellent. So I just got off the phone for him, and he thinks he's catching the train. He doesn't know I'm here. This will be good.
So what do you want? It's all about the food from you. That's what
Yep, I got him. The boys are back in town, look out.
party begins. Oh shit.
Okay, well, after a week and a bit of being on the hard here at the Sensational Boatworks, it's now time to go. But before I do, I want to introduce you to a couple of new friends that we've made while we've been here. Our neighbours, Scotty and Dick, and on the very interesting boat, Poles Apart. So, hi gentlemen.
Morning, Robbie.
Yeah, so just tell us a little bit about the boat. So, what is she, and just tell us a little bit about her.
She's a Ben Lexon design, built back in the 80s, and she's very heavily built at most yacht scale, but not as heavy as yours, Robbie. But she's fiberglass hull, timber deck, and it's got the wishbone rigs and the fiberglass flexible masts.
Now, a lot of people are going to find those very interesting. What's the big advantage of them? Because we don't see many of them. It didn't really take off. It's a great concept and a great idea, but it does look like your windsurfer slept with a Ketch, and this is the love child that's been produced. What's the advantage of having the flexible poles?
Well, the flexible masts they're unstayed for a start, and they bend like a fin dinghy mast to the shape of the sail and flatten it out as the wind speed strengthens. So it depowers the boat automatically and makes it easy to sail.
Alright, so we've had quite a lot of experience on her, obviously. She's been down south, and you're relocating her up to Port Douglas at the moment.
Douglas, yeah.
It's great to see a father-son team doing that, by the way. It's really great. You guys get on very well together, and we've had a few laughs on the way, obviously. So, out of all that, just tell us. You've obviously had the goods and the bads. What's probably the most dodgiest, worst time that you can remember with her?
When we broke the tail shaft off Bass Point.
Shell Harbour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And 10 o'clock at night, and we didn't know what happened, you know. The drive shaft went back and jammed the rudder, so we had no steerage. So we had to rig up a block and tackle and pull that forward. The boat didn't take any water, but then we didn't have any drive, so with the motor. So there was no wind, so or very little wind. We had to put the sails up and sail in very sloppy water all the way to Sydney, and come in the heads at 7 o'clock at night, and we grabbed a mooring, and that was...
And lived to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a bit of a horror. What about the good stuff? You know, what's the one thing that sticks in your mind that is really a nice memory for her?
Well, on the Gippsland Lakes, she was a very good boat for sort of getting into shallow water and things like that. That's why I picked the particular boat, because all the boats that I really did like were all about 6 or 7 foot draft, and I didn't want that. It weighs about 12 tonnes. It's got all lead in the bilge, no weight in the keel, in the centreboard, it's only a timber centreboard with a fiberglass skin.
And when she's pulled up, she only draws bugger all, doesn't it?
1100 millimetres.
Yeah, real catamaran material. No,
Yeah.
that's excellent. So you're off on your way now to Port Douglas. So we'll obviously keep in touch on AIS and Poles Apart. We'll look out for you. We'll be up there. We'll be a bit of a race to see who gets there. It was a race to get out of the boatyard, and I seem to meet you.
You won that one.
Yes, I have indeed. So, of course, one of the main things that we try when we talk to people about the boat is to, just encourage them to get out and use the boat and get on the water and go cruising. So, what's your message to people that have got their boats and are a little bit hesitant about getting out there?
Oh, yeah.
Just research your voyage, passage plan, prepare, and just talk to people out there. Get out there, get on YouTube, have a look at videos, all that type of stuff, and just talk to friends and people. Yeah, get out there and do it.
All right, excellent. Yeah. No worries. Well, look, it's been sensational meeting you guys. We're going to keep in contact, as you well know. Like, once you make friends out here, they're friends forever. All the best, guys. It's been really good, right? And we'll see you up in Port Douglas. Keep the two poles apart.
Cheers.
Oh, here we are. Lift time. All right. She's going up again. So here we go for the lift at the infamous Boatworks.
70 tonne double lift.
These guys are so good, like honestly, they take every precaution possible to make sure that the boat's all protected. So fully recommend this place, absolutely. Oh, she floats. She floats, Boo.
She floats, Dad.
Okay, back on the track. All right, just you're saying goodbye to Boatyard, Boatworks, and to Gold Coast Marina. All right, see if we can get back into our joint. That'll be the next little mission. So that was it. 11 days on the hard and back in the water. Before I go, we always give a handy hint. Hopefully, you would have picked some up in the last 20 minutes. I can't thank Boatworks enough. It's just such a good boatyard. They give you courtesy cars. They're very well priced. The place is clean. All the trades are there. Big chandlery's there. It's a really, really good place to be there. You can stay there on your boat. Tick, 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 tick. So if you've got any work to get done down in the Gold Coast, I'd strongly suggest you consider Boatworks. They're a very good place. 143 Boat Building, who are one of the contractors who work there, can't speak highly enough of them. They went beyond the call of duty to get that rudder done, which was a bit of a nightmare, and they just looked after everything for me. So look, thanks guys, I really, really do appreciate it. So that's this episode. Next episode, my brother joins me, the mighty Tasmanian, and we're going to head north and have a little bit more fun. So I hope you can join us then. So don't forget, subscribe, like us, tell all your mates about us, stay safe, and most importantly, we'll see you out on the water. Take care.